Friday. It is definitely Friday, and we're meeting up on the 50-yard line this week. Out of your check. Right? We don't got to work tomorrow. Hint, hint. So I'm going to take it nice and slow tonight. But we finna roast them tonight. Let me go ahead and start. Let me go ahead and start addressing some of the things I want to talk about. We're going to start off easy, and we're going to hit them at the end of the show. We're going to go ahead and knock down some giant narratives that we've been hearing, okay? But I definitely want to go ahead and give a shout out just to remind you that next week, I think it's next weekend, The Sinners movie has been nominated for 16 Oscars. So if you're interested in it, watch it next. I think it's on the 15th. I haven't watched that award show in years, but I'm definitely going to watch it next week because I think we're going to take a lot of those nominations and awards home. So, hey, we're going to go ahead and wish them the best. Hold on. Because we definitely got to give them a shout out. I really think this is the year 2026 that they're going to bring it home. And you know that Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns going to bring home a lot of wins this year. All right. We're going to hit them hard, okay? So I definitely want to go ahead and get a shout out to Coach Marion. He is DC for Coach Prime at the Colorado Buffaloes. And I want to highlight him. I haven't looked at his resume yet, but based off the films coming from Darius and also from Well Off Media, whatever Pat Schumer was doing or whatever guidance and leadership he was giving those young men as OC, this man right here, he's getting them ready for, I'm going to say, this year. And I know what true leadership looks like. I know when you have a true leader and he's walking in the door with the right characteristics and leadership skills that young men need or anybody needs in terms of employment. The way that he's handling these young men, I think this year, Colorado, with Travis gone, with Shedeur Sanders gone, with Jimmy Horn gone, with John Taylor Wester gone, even with all of the 32 players that left Colorado and Deion Sanders last year, the things I've seen on those videos, he's getting those young men ready, and he's talking to them right. There's no more baby in. Now, this is the thing. I don't know how Pat Schumer used to handle them or interact with them, and guess what? I found out how Kevin Stefanski used to talk to those players in that locker room. I'm going to get to that. But the way that he's handling those young men, the way that they need to handle, I think this year Deion Sanders got something. He got the right coach. I think this coach came from a college in California. I'm not sure, but I will be bringing up his resume. But the way he's talking to these young men, I'm putting it like this. The message is clear. The message is clear this year. There's no more weakness. There's no more inconsistencies. And he even said, if you're scared to play, it's okay. Just tell us and we will replace you until you're ready to play. I said, that's how you're there, and still give him that tough love. And that's exactly what he's doing. So I'm excited for this year for Colorado, and I'm excited this year for the Cleveland Browns. Okay. But I definitely want to highlight him, Marion. What you're doing out there on that field, that's what them young men need. And listen, it was a player. I don't want to call him out. I'm not going to call out his number. But the way when that camera panned at his face, that young man looked like literally a deer in the headlight. Now, this is what I am going to say. I am going to call out this player. He definitely was looking at Juju Lewis because Juju Lewis is the leader. So Juju Lewis, we need you to come out this year and be that leader. You're a sophomore. You're not a freshman no more. You got 3 and 4 games underneath your belt. I think that Shedeur Sanders is going to go out there, maybe visit Colorado on the low to talk to Juju Lewis. He needs to check out some of that softness. I've been in them comments as a CU1T. Hey, young man, hey, this is the year. I even said, hey, has the NIL made these dogs soft? I mean, some of them little boys, they looking a little scared, but that defense and that O-line, they something serious. Woo. So I don't think we got any issues on defense this year. But those are wide receivers. They need to get some weight on them. Okay, let me keep going. All right, so we don't talked about that. Oh, hold on. Let me go back up to my comments. Here we go. Here you go. Okay, I almost forgot. There we go, Amber. You are rocking, I'm rolling. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, it's this year. What else? It's time to get serious and talk about it. Yes, it is, Faith. Let's see him. Right, it's time to tighten up. Yes, Cleveland Brown need to tighten up, and see you need to tighten up. That camera, pretty boy stuff. Ready? Yeah, we don't got time for that no more. We don't got time for no. Do that on the off season. Do that on the off season. So let's go ahead and continue to go. All right, so I know we talked about the salary cap in the last live, but I definitely want to bring this up. Remember that number I gave you regarding the salary cap that the Cleveland Browns was over? They were over about 19 million to 25 million. That's exactly what it is. So why I got the Njoku up and Denzel Ward. So I'm going to show you, I think it's the next lineup regarding why I say that maybe Denzel Ward, instead of getting traded, he may be offered or maybe requested to restructure his contract. So that's going to be up to Denzel Ward. And I'm going to let you know, I'm going to let you hear another NFL veteran say why that happens, okay? But Njoku, if he does not come back, he's going to give up $10 million. I want to bring that up. If Njoku does not come back, remember when I stated that the Cleveland Browns have 2 fifth-round players? Well, based off the salary cap for the 5th round, and we already know this because of Shedeur Sanders' salary, that means if Njoku does not come back, that frees up $10 million. So if Andrew Berry, if they already have in mind to take 2 fifth-round players, and you know we got 2 fifth-round players because we gave up one fifth-rounder for Titus Howard, that means that with Njoku, if he doesn't come back, that means we got capped to get 2 fifth-round players. And I don't know if some of the tight ends that I really want will be available, but we shall see. But David Njoku, I know we can definitely get some 5 fifth-rounders and 6th rounders. Why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because I know for sure that is cap that the Cleveland Browns have, even though they over 19 million. They definitely can't pay around a first rounder with that, or a 2nd rounder, or a 3rd rounder, maybe a 4th rounder. But if Andrew Berry is wise, I would not be surprised. The money that they're going to pay for those 2 fifth rounders, if Andrew Berry does not trade them to any other team, they're going to use that money that came from Njoku's salary. Get ready, Jeudy. Hey, no, let me go ahead and put it out there. I forgot to put that picture out there. There is a photo going around now on social media that Shedeur Sanders and Jerry Jeudy is actually working out now. I hate I didn't put that picture out there, but I bring it out there. But a lot of podcasters and influencers have already put that picture out there. So Jerry Jeudy and Shedeur Sanders and this other, it was not Todd Monken. It didn't like Todd Monken, but it looked like they were already working out in a gym. So hey, maybe Jerry Jeudy. What's up, Donna? Me and Donna been talking the last 24 hours. Thank you so much for going through all my videos, my very first videos, Donna. Thank you so much. Okay, Faith, what's good? I'm chilling. Let me see here. I think they tried to shop Jeudy around. No takers. I told you, Amber. Who gonna take that? What now with him dropping perfect balls? So he had to get right. And Todd Monken said, you already heard what Todd Monken said at the combine. They looking for wide receivers that's going to catch that ball and make plays. Jerry Jeudy was on notice that very second. If he didn't know that very second, the message was clear. Jerry Jeudy was on notice. Okay. All right. That's what I'm saying. I like the community that we're growing. Okay. They better. I bet, yes, you did. You definitely did. We're stuck with Jeudy. As of now, he still has one more contract. Now, guess what? I'm going to go into the next segment of this live. Now, I will say this. If Jerry Jeudy, and I didn't know this, Besters, but from another NFL veteran that has retired, should I let him tell you? I'm going to let him tell you, and then we go come back on Jerry Jeudy, okay? We need to see if Jerry Jeudy has gotten all his guaranteed money. I'm going to lead in like that, okay? Let's see here. Yeah. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, okay. No, he's not. All right. So, hey, we talked about that cap. Now I'm ready to see how we're going to move. We're going to move this along. Let me go ahead and clean this up here. Oh, and anything I showed in this video, if I've got to mention in the beginning, fair use, because I will be using some clips tonight, okay? All right, so we already got to this part of the video. Now, if you haven't watched this video from fair use, yeah. If you have not watched this video from Asante Samuel, The way that he broke it down regarding the Stefan's Diggs release, and I'm gonna give you a little bit of commentary before I play that clip. So this is what he said. In the last live, we had assumed that Diggs, and maybe somebody did read it, the reason why Diggs got released was because of the pending litigations, which someone put in the chat, they are pending felonies. Those are felony charges. But in this video from Samuel Asante, I messed up his name, Mr. Samuel, he goes a little further. And it is stated that the reason why Stefon Diggs was released is because he did not want to restructure his contract with the Patriots. So why is that necessary? That is necessary because they got a lot of free agents coming. They got a lot of free agents coming. They also need to make room for new players coming in. So they said that the reason why, and then he brought up an article, the reason why Stefon Diggs got released, he did not want to give up his money. He did not want to restructure his contract. So basically, he lost his job off of pride and ego. And in the way that Asante Samuel is going to break it down, they said that was the wrong move for Diggs. One, because he's over 30 for a wide receiver. They say in the NFL that's very old. And then also with the pending litigation problem, no other team may want to pick up Diggs, especially if they don't know how that situation is going to go. The Browns restructure. Oh, see, you beat me to it. You beat me to it, Justine. Okay, I was going to bring that up. So that's good news. And I think Ward is close to that 30. So that lines up perfectly. Ward is 28, 29. So he's almost at that 30. And they say once a wide receiver hits 30, they're old in the NFL. Pride and ego. I'm trying to, but okay. Here we go.
At the end of the day, when players in Stefon Diggs' position get released, it comes down to the money. Follow the money. Everybody knows that. Follow the money. You gotta follow the money.
I was even surprised at the beginning of the season when they gave him that contract coming off the ACL. I mean, a lot of money up front. I'm like surprised by that. I guess they cut the ties to get some of that back.
Yeah, some of those contracts they seem they're misrepresented to the average fans and people who haven't been in the NFL. It might be a 2-3 year contract on paper, but it's really a 1 year deal, you know.
Hold on, they're going to go into a little bit more. Did y'all know that, investors and viewers? See, over here in postseason, we get into the weeds of the NFL. I didn't know that. They just said after 1 year, a player can get released. And they're going to go into more about that guaranteed money. So let me, I don't want to spoil it. Let them say it because I don't want nobody to say that, hey, I'm just making up things and I don't want to have to say allegedly. So let's go ahead and let an NFL expert veteran, retired veteran, go ahead and finish his statement, okay? I don't want to cut him off.
The players' roster spot is pretty much done with, especially if they have a high salary cap, older player, things like that. He let his pride get in the way in New England. If New England wasn't trying to make him take a hefty pay cut, which they probably was. But at the end of the day, I think he's letting his pride get in the way because I don't see too many teams excited about signing a player over 30 with looming legal trouble, which Stefon Diggs has, right?
Yeah.
Right after the Super Bowl, he had to report to the courthouse and be arraigned for a hearing. And you got to think about those type of things and scenarios.
And they're going to go ahead and say, if a team does take on signing Stefon Diggs, he would get lower than what he would have did if he would have just restructured his. That means he left the Patriots over 30. I heard he had an excellent year in terms of, I think he had over 1,000 passing yards this year, Super Bowl contender. And I'm assuming he walked away thinking that he was going to be able to get picked up. But he didn't consider, what if I don't get picked up because of these pending litigations and my age? They said if a team, like I said, picks him up, he's going to get the minimum guarantee. So let me go ahead and play this second clip. I want to take my time tonight.
This game is loyal to no one, man. At the end of the day, it's loyal to no one. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Randy Moss, you name it. A lot of players been through contract disputes, disagreements, and felt like they haven't been treated fairly in their process of being on teams and things like that, myself included, right? But the difference is, too, once players hit their 30s, you know, their roster spots become expendable. Usually after any guarantees expire from the contract. And a person in a position like Stefon Diggs, if they don't agree to take a pay cut, obviously they will be released. And in some situations, you know, players sign back with that team that just released them, and it's at a much cheaper price. I'm not sure Stefon Diggs is going to make it back to New England, but there have been situations where players sign back to the same team for a much cheaper price. Stefon Diggs refused Patriots' request before getting cut. I mean, that is obvious. And it says, and yeah, NFL Networks wanted to restructure Diggs' contract, but he wasn't interested in doing so.
But the article, for whatever reason, has come out. The reason why Diggs had got released because he didn't want to restructure his contract. Now, this is not the first time I've heard this narrative. If y'all don't know Tasha K does a lot of stories regarding these celebrities, and she also said the same thing. I think it was yesterday, and I almost went in Tasha's comment. I said, "Hey, Tasha," I wanted to say, "Hey, Tasha." Hey, from what I'm hearing, it is the lawsuit, the pending lawsuit. But when I heard this, and they also alluded to it could be also he didn't want to restructure his contract, and also because the pending litigation. So they do talk about both things. But if Stefon Diggs walked away, because he wouldn't. All they wanted to do was, let's say if his last contract had about $30 million, they probably would have took a little bit off of it just to get, let's say, maybe a third rounder, fourth rounder, fifth rounder, sixth rounder. And if he walked away from an actual check because of pride, we shall see. I told you, they said he was a diva behind the scenes. They said he was different. So we're going to keep moving on. Okay, Vestas? We're going to keep moving on. Same with Tyreek. Yeah, I'm hearing because of the situation that happened in Miami, Tyreek Hill would love to get back with Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. Even though they got an report card, several different of their categories, he want to go back home. And as of now, based off that injury he had last year, I don't know if it's going to happen because they are going to consider his age. And I think somebody had put in the other live that he's also over 30, right? Tyreek Hill. Now, guess what? I didn't play it in the clip. But in this same, let me take this down. In this same video, if you're interested in going seeing it, they stated for a running back, they say anything over 26, 27 is old. And Tyreek Hill is old, an old man. Who's gonna sign him? And you know what happened about last week or the week before? They released the Miami Dolphins out of all teams, released Tyreek Hill. So I don't know if that injury was on his side or not, because he's been released. So we shall see. It's more to come. So he is 32. Okay, DeShaun Watson is playing it smart. If stays in shape, but if they don't play him, he's good. Yeah, but remember, if it wasn't the last live, it was a live, two lives back. Remember, it was a source that says that since Cleveland Brown is over that salary cap, there's two players that may be asked to restructure their contract. One of those players is Denzel Ward, and someone had already put in the chat that has already taken place. Cool. But the other player was DeShaun Watson. And as I said, if I was DeShaun Watson, and I can only speak for me, if I wanted to be continue to play in the NFL and considered a good team member, even though it is a business, right? And they can let you go anytime for anything. If I'm guaranteed, if I'm going to get 80 million, and I know if I release 30 million, we can also get another round one or pay for a round one or round three player. Come on. If you give up 30, you still walking away with fifth. And Cam Newton says the rule in terms of taxes is half. So that means he'll still be walking away with, well, that is $25 million compared to 40 million. So I don't know, Vestos, if he would do that, because if he cut that, I don't know that 40 is definitely better than 25 million, but we shall see. Okay, we shall see what he says. You saw those wide receivers are running fast and fast. Yeah, and no injuries. Yes, Faith, and no injuries. I'm pretty sure they have had some injuries, but during the combine, before they even get on the field, they go through a medical evaluation. So if they was actually, and they also now, even after combine, they're still digging in their medical records. So that means they are still much healthier than a Tyreek Hill who has been beat and bruised running through those lines. So, hey, yeah, younger players. So let's just keep going. So, yeah, up his name, y'all. Mr. Samuels had basically said that the best situation for Stefon Diggs, if he would have just restructured that contract, at least he would have had a job for next year or 2 more years down the line versus you out there shopping for a job with a pending litigation, and they know, and guess what? If they do pick him up, he's going to get paid less than what he would have from the Patriots if he just would have restructured. But maybe Stefon Diggs knows something that we don't know, and maybe somebody has already offered him a bigger bag, so we shall just see. But based off that age, 32 is an old man in the NFL, and we're going to go ahead and continue to move. That's what he said. Mr. Samuel said. So let's go ahead and talk about this. And I told you every time that before next week, I'm going to bring this up every time. Free agency. Now, regarding Shilo Sanders, once again, let me take this comment off. I brought up in the last live, Shilo Sanders, at that time, he hadn't posted nothing in 8 days. I checked back the day before this live. Shilo Sanders has not posted nothing in 10 days. You see it right there on the screen, 10 days. So this is a good sign. Shilo Sanders is probably already. Something just came down. So if the combine, let me go softer. So if the combine participant prospects had to go through a medical evaluation before working out on the field, that means that Shilo Sanders, either he's getting ready for a medical evaluation or he's already going through a medical evaluation. Because it's been 10 days and Shilo Sanders has been quiet. So we're going to say it's the latter. Shilo Sanders is already working out, probably with several teams. That's probably why he hasn't posted nothing, because he's going from the north to the south to the east to the west, and he's working out for different teams. Even if it's practice squad, we'll take that for now, because even though we already found out, even if he's on practice squad, he can always be elevated up. So I'm going to say that Shilo Sanders, I'm going to say that Shilo Sanders is behind the scenes traveling from north, south, east, and west, and he's working out for these teams. But I also want to bring this up real quick. Now, if you don't know, I was asked a question behind the scenes. A Vesta had contacted me. It was like, hey, Tony Talks Vested Up. Do you think this update regarding this case, the bankruptcy case, is going to impact Shilo Sanders? I quickly said no. I don't see how that's going to impact Shilo Sanders' free agency chance. I don't see it. It's not regarding DV. It's not regarding any type of federal crimes, no. The answer is no. So I just wanted to put that out there, see it forward in Shilo Sanders' bankruptcy case. And I don't think that's going to interfere with his free agency. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's working out. Because if the judge is going forward, and let's just say they rule against Shilo Sanders again, he's going to have to come up with that money. And the quickest way to get that money is to go into the NFL. So we shall see. So Shilo Sanders, we still wishing you the best from the Tony Talks Vested Up community. And guess what? Next week, Wednesday, hopefully we'll have that news. Okay. Let me see what y'all talk about in the chats before I move forward. I've been praying. Yes. I have been praying. I have been in prayer for Shilo hard. I'm pretty sure, Miss Donna, all of us have. I believe Shilo is working out for different teams. Yeah, because even if it was 1 or 2 teams, okay, that's a day and a half. Day there, workout, fly back home, and post. But Shilo Sanders hasn't posted nothing in 10 days. I'm pretty sure it's working out for him. It's working out for him. Even if he get 1 year and he has an opportunity to play, it's gonna work out for him. Let's see what else. I was just getting ready to type that. Let me see. A judge recently denied his request to dismiss the complaint, yet which stems from his attempt to discharge $1 million judgment from a 2022 assault. I thought the assault came from when he was in high school. It came from in high school, or maybe it was when he was at JSU and he didn't get the letter. So if you don't know the background of that story, the reason why the judge ruled in favor of the complainant is because Shilo Sanders did not appear in court. And since he did not appear in court, the judge, he automatically ruled in favor of the complainant. So Shilo Sanders has been appealing this, I think, several times. And as of now, the judge has decided to move forward with the case. So if that's the case, maybe Shilo Sanders will, that's another legal thing. He'll appear in court and be able to explain his side of things, okay? So we shall see. But I think the assault thing happened in high school, his senior year, and when they was trying to reach him when he was at JSU, and the letter didn't get to him in time. So, hey, that's it. That's the story that I heard. Okay. Hey, thanks for the head up for Shilo. Yes. No, I believe he's ready to put this behind him. Me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's crazy number. So if you don't know, Shilo and another student got into an altercation or whatever, and Shilo accidentally hit the school security guard. And the school security guard put a complaint on Shilo for assault. He didn't put a complaint on both students, but he only targeted Shilo in terms of that case. So Shilo will put this behind him and move forward. Best wishes, Shilo. Best wishes. I mean, yes, it was. Okay, it was from Shilo. Okay, from high school, yeah. No, it was earlier than 22. But I think the first time that it went to court was in 2022. I think that's what Donna C or someone was trying to put out there. It wasn't high school, but the first time it went to court was at when they were in JSU. And the letter didn't get to Shilo in time. Okay, the incident happened. Yes. 7 years to push the case forward. Yeah, he was 15 years old. He was a minor. The security guard filed a complaint, an assault charge against Shilo, and Shilo was a minor at the age of 15. Minor. Oh, wow. What's up, 420? Money hungry, yes. And I'm thinking I think the case came back up when definitely when Deion Sanders had got that 5 years for $30 million, I think at the time, and of course he's getting much more now because they restructured his contract. Okay, yeah, money hungry, a minor. If I was a judge and looked at the age of Shilo at the time, not his daddy's name, not the last name, not the legacy name, not his brother being Shedeur, not Shilo Sanders having an opportunity to go to NFL. If I would have looked at that, I said he's a minor. Why the judge didn't throw it out there? They was trying to put the Sanders in the court. So we shall see what the outcome is going to be now. So shout out to Shilo and Coach Prime this year at the University of Colorado. Oh, y'all, guess what? You're not going to believe. Oh, I definitely want to pull this down. I don't want to lie on nobody. Oh, I need to pull this down. I want you to see this one. Content, fair use. Have
you heard from your new head coach, Tomlin, yet?
Bro, I have. And, bro, honestly, it's not what I thought it would have been.
Well,
when I say that in a good way,
what did you think it was going to be?
My past coach, bro, he was really even keel, bro, super quiet. I thought I was going to get that from Coach Munkin, but it wasn't that. He was a real players coach, bro. Give me a hug, all that, bro. So he was just super communicative of what he wanted from the team, what his goal is, what his objective is, what he want to come in and do.
All right, if you missed it, let me rewind it one more time. I'm not going to go through the whole entire clip, but this podcast's name is Savage Gala 6561. Savage Gala. Shout out to him. Let me play this clip and listen to what he said about Kevin Stefanski, and I'm going to pause the video right there, okay?
All right, you've had a couple different coaches over the past couple years. Have you heard from your new head coach, Tomlin, yet?
Bro, I have. And, bro, honestly, it's not what I thought it would have been.
Well,
when I say that in a good way,
what did you think it was going to be?
I thought he was going to be more so because my past coach, bro, he was really even keel, bro, super quiet. I thought I was going to get that from Coach Munkin, but it wasn't that. He was a real players coach, bro. Give me a hug, all that, bro. So he was just super communicative of what he wanted from the team, what his goal is, what his objective is, what he want to come in and do.
Okay, did y'all hear what he said about Kevin Stefanski? That Kevin Stefanski was kind of even-keeled and kind of quiet. And Kevin Stefanski got head coach of the year twice. Kevin Stefanski was not even talking to the players. This came from Judkins. He said that Kevin Stefanski was quiet. What head coach is quiet? He said he was surprised when he met Todd Monken because he thought that Todd Monken was just like Kevin Stefanski. It was something that he didn't expect. Atlanta Falcons, they got something on their hand. Can you imagine Kevin Stefanski at OTA's rookie minicamp, Tommy Reese on his left or his right, allegedly, no, I can't say allegedly, the cold shoulder, and can't carry on a conversation with them? Atlanta is in trouble. Atlanta's in trouble. Let me go back to these comments. But Judkins just said that about Kevin Stefanski. He just said that about Kevin Stefanski. Yes, Kevin Stefanski got the grade he deserved. Now, remember when we went through all of those report cards? Remember I said, well, why is no else? Why is it no negative else for any of the two coaches, or he got a C? Well, anyway, the two coaches that also got that same letter grade was fired weeks before Kevin Stefanski, but I already explained to you why Kevin Stefanski lasted so long, because Andrew Berry was trying to shield him from that fire and the bullets, and it just got too great for Andrew Berry. Only reason I said that, I brought it up before, Andrew Berry said Kevin Stefanski got hired because the way he handled that quarterback competition. So it is what it is. But Kevin Stefanski not talking to the players. Atlanta. It's just to do with time. But I am interested. I wonder who's going to pick the players. We need to see. Because if Kevin Stefanski pick any of these NFL draft picks for 2026, you already know he does not have the right mindset to pick good players. I want to see what players he picked. Oh, gosh. We shall see. Hey, but Judkins said that out of his own mouth. Let me go ahead and go ahead. Thank you, Judkins, for coming out and speaking. Because we heard from Shelly Harris, the last live, and we also heard from Malachi Corley on what they said about Shedeur Sanders. Now we get to see exactly what players thought of, or Judkins thought of, Kevin Stefanski. Next comment, Amber said to Mary, there you go, Mary and the to Mary Kay and the Cleveland media. I'm trying to tell you, oh, Kevin is beloved. Oh, he's going to be missed. He wasn't even talking to the players. I'm just warming up. Right now, my temperature is on 5 or 6 out of 10. We just warming up. Trust me, we just warming up. I think it was a video, a live that I did when Todd Monken when Mike Tomlin had stepped down. And remember, I was curious. A lot of people was curious on why he stepped down. And I basically just went for the gusto and just went for the chest. And I said, I think the reason why Mike Tomlin stepped down is because we don't think he had the control that he had as head coach, and he should have, like other coaches pick their players. And I said that I think the reason that Mike Tomlin stepped down because he just didn't like how everybody or the Shedeur Sanders situation. And I think he really wanted to pick Shedeur Sanders because they really was coaching Shedeur Sanders and Deion Sanders. And I truly believe that he was going to get picked up from the Steelers last year. So when he walked away, I said, oh, he has a conscience. He's not like all them other head coach. He basically walked away from his last year head coach. I think he was scheduled to get so many millions of dollars. And he said, you know what? I know what happened behind the background. Shedeur Sanders is a very good young man. And I think that's why he just took a break from the NFL, because I don't think he really believed what just has happened. And he was part of that mess, indirectly or directly, voluntarily or involuntary. So Tony Talks, why are you bringing this up again? Remember when Cam Newton had said in the last live that it was a setup? The reason why they didn't pick up Shedeur Sanders because they wanted Manning, which is the reason why they didn't pick up Shedeur Sanders, because they was waiting for Manning to come out of college and Manning didn't come out. And if you need me to play that clip again, let me know, okay? And I'll play clip again before moving forward. But I definitely want to talk about this. So going back to the Steelers, right? Going back to the Steelers, guess who they say? And I think I'm finna go into it right now. Hold on. Yeah, I'm finna go into that gusto, y'all. So go ahead and get your notes, your drink, and your vest, because this is the heavy hitter right here. Yeah, I'm almost at the end too. This is the heavy hitter. Same pick that Shedeur Sanders would have had last year with the Steelers, but they went with a defensive edge. I think his name was Derek Harmon. Guess who they say that the Steelers may pick up this year? Okay, because they need a quarterback. And especially if Aaron Rodgers don't come back. I think Aaron Rodgers still may come back in order to give that buffer to, I'm going to go ahead and put his name out there, Ty Simpson. They saying that the Steelers may pick up Ty Simpson this year. I agree Coach Mumlin had good reasons. He had very good reasons, and he didn't tell anything. Coach Tomlin probably feels so free now from their shackles. Yes, I would too. He's enjoying life. All right. So let me go ahead to this slide right here, investors. And after this, I only got one more. Let's talk about it. The Cleveland Browns, so far, as of now, have met with Tate, wide receiver Tate. They have also met with Jordan Tyson, another wide receiver, and they have met with Ty Simpson already. Let's talk about it. Whoo. Now, I am going to play this clip what Cam Newton had said about Ty Simpson, because we got to wrap this up. We got to wrap this up. We got to wrap this one. I'm going to play one clip from Cam Newton, and then I got another clip to play from you, because this thing is heating up, especially since they have met with him. Hold on, the video is coming down.
Because you can have Arch Manning, high ceiling, Fernando Mendoza, high ceiling. Mm-hmm. You got now Ty Simpson is not like you're not pressured to pick him in the first 2 rounds. Yeah. Ty Simpson could be your Kirk Cousins, huh? A Russell Wilson. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You develop him in training camp.
All right, let's talk. Hold on.
And bring him on slow.
It's not a first.
He's going.
All right, we're gonna pause right. Okay, we're gonna pause right there, because I got another one. Especially now that the Cleveland Browns have met with him. Okay. Hold on, investors. Let me pull this down, because I don't want to put words in nobody's mouth. But Cam Newton, you know his opinion about it. Let me go ahead and put somebody else's opinion out there. I think he's only got. Hold on, investors. Cam Newton is not the only one to say this.
He went to the combine and he competed. I just need to see a little bit more. Something need to be eye-popping to me. He's like a backup quarterback in the league.
I wouldn't take him in the first, even if you need a quarterback. Past Mendoza, this is not the draft where I take chances. I'm going to get the best available for what I need for my team, because I know he's drafted in the second.
I want to take him in the first round. It's a low-caliber quarterback draft to me. Somebody going to take him in the second round, though. People need quarterbacks, and they're going to take him. He had a good year. He struggled against the top defenses, though, Georgia, Indiana. But what he did do is he went to the combine and he competed. I just need to see a little bit more. Something need to be eye-popping to me. He's like a backup quarterback in the league.
I wouldn't take him in the first, even if you need a quarterback. Past Mendoza, draft where I take chances. I'm going to get the best available for what I need for my team, because I know he's going to be there later. He might get drafted in the second, but I'm not taking him in the first. I didn't see anything where I'm like, yeah, he could be a guy in the league.
I just never loved Ty Simpson, what Parcells used to call a jag, just another guy. He's always reminded me of kind of like a poor man's Kirk Cousins. He doesn't play strong. He doesn't stand strong in the pocket. Mel's got Pittsburgh taking Ty Simpson at 21 in the first round because they need a quarterback. I just think that would be a waste and a bust. Is he going to win you a lot of big games? I don't see it. Down the stretch of the year for Alabama, he just started to unravel. And I think that's what would happen if he were a starter in the NFL.
When the heat cranked up during the season, his completion rating went sub 60, 57. And watching the game, you just seeing his nervousness. You seeing his lack of arm strength, couldn't complete the deep ball. And them defenses was just on his ass. And he looked like a nervous. The last thing you want is a nervous quarterback. He looked nervous the whole playoffs. I'm seeing like a 4th round guy.
I'm taking Carson Beck over him.
Listen, investors and viewers, you already know how we do it over here. Listen, Cam Newton had already said this earlier this week. Then you have these gentlemen here in the arena saying the same thing. And I told you what the Colts GM, Chris Ballard, said. So I went on NFL Plus this morning trying to see if I could replay the combine just to get a clip of what Chris Ballard said. He has no experience. He doesn't have enough experience in quarterback to get picked in the first round, and that's a GM. So let them continue to push this narrative. Here it go. Hey, Tony Talks vested up. Those are players that favor Shedeur Sanders, and those are players they may feel some type of way. So guess what? Let me go ahead and play you this audio clip from a GM, somebody that's in leadership, someone that can have control over the roster and the NFL picks, just like Andrew Berry. Cause hey, let's see what a GM said about Ty Simpson. Okay.
They want, and I know you answered a million of them this week.
I'm more interested in evaluating that position.
You and me both.
Most important position in the sport, and it's the hardest one to evaluate.
Yeah, it is, because there's so few of them.
Yeah,
that can really carry a franchise. So, like, it's one of the real positives I think of NIL. I truly believe that if I left, stay and be as prepared as you can, because this train does not. When you enter the league, the clock starts.
Yep.
And if you got a 1 next to your name, it starts and it's ticking twice as fast as any other player in the draft's clock. So having those guys have play history and being ready.
If he had to choose a quarterback in the first round, it would not be Ty Simpson, because Ty Simpson in his whole collegiate career only had 15 stars. How many stars did Shedeur Sanders have? And they said, oh, it doesn't matter of his stats or whatever. This GM state basically said that Ty Simpson, he would push him back to college in so many words, because they were talking about Carson Beck and Ty Simpson. In so many words, he would rather prefer Ty Simpson to go back to college and get more experience. If you get that first round pick, you don't have time to develop. They expect you on game 1, the first few games, to come out and win. So if they want to go ahead and push Ty Simpson out there and go ahead and push Mendoza out there, they can go for it. Okay. And I'm going to leave that story alone, but let them be foolish. And then Ty Simpson, why did Ty Simpson kind of gloat about the fact that when Todd Monken got the job with the Cleveland Browns, he called his father and let him know that he was so excited? I said, why would Ty Simpson even tell anybody that? To me, that was a personal call. Who's going to intimidate Shedeur Sanders? Okay, because Shedeur Sanders can actually intimidate Ty Simpson. Yeah, your daddy may know Todd Monken, but Todd Monken has been chasing me ever since I was in high school for the last 5 years. So I'm not even going to put no sweat into it. If the Cleveland Browns have met with Ty Simpson for whatever reason, so be it. As I stated, if they want to have another quarterback carousel this year, I already know that Shedeur Sanders, he's already equipped for it. The only one that's not equipped for it is Ty Simpson. And it just be an afterthought, just like Dylan Gabriel. All right, let me go ahead and see exactly what y'all putting out there. I saw the combine. This is what I'm trying to tell people. I saw the combine. I didn't watch just the highlights. He was nothing. He was nothing to look at. You heard Arena. You heard Skip Bayless. You heard all the other players from the Arena. You heard Cam Newton. There's nothing to look at. It's nothing to look at. He shouldn't be no first rounder. He definitely shouldn't be going to the Steelers. Now, just leave Shedeur Sanders where he at. Just leave Shedeur Sanders where he at. Meet elite. Okay. Off it on a little bit. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hurry up because I don't know why it's doing that. But let's see here. Let's go to the next. Same for Mendoza. Look at his stats. He should not even be running compared to what with top caliber talent. Yeah, Taylor Green. All of these players threw for under. Come on, yes. Well, I think Mendoza threw a little bit over 2,000, but it was nothing close to Shedeur. That was about another 2,000 yards. 2,000 yards than Mendoza. When Shedeur Sanders came out of college, I think he was already like 42,000 yards, 4,200 yards, 4,200 yards. Mendoza is like a little bit over 2,000 yards. What are we talking about? They're still on that. Yes. Yep, they're still on anybody but Shedeur. That's right. Shedeur Sanders is not sweating none of this. Yep. Hey, how you doing, lady? Hey, Lady Elegance, how you doing? Exactly. You got DG and won't. Yeah, they clearly waiting for it. We shall see. Going back to these here. So the Cleveland Browns and every team, well, I'm going to say the Cleveland Browns because I know them for sure. They have 30 visits. As of now, they have already used one visit on Carnell Tate. Carnell Tate is from Ohio. So, and he said he would love to stay in Ohio. So they've used one visit on him. They've used one visit on Ty Simpson, which I think is useless, but we shall see. And they've used one visit on Jordan Tyson. So if you don't know about, Diane Walker, okay. So Jordan Tyson, if you don't know Jordan Tyson, I didn't know this, but Jordan Tyson also has a connection to Ohio. His brother, Jordan Tyson's brother, actually plays for the Cavs, the Cleveland Cavaliers. So maybe they're going to lean between Carnell Tate and Jordan Tyson. Now, if they continue to build the O-line in free agency, they may use number 6 and they may use number 24 to go ahead and pick up these wide receivers. So we shall see. I don't know how Andrew Berry is going to play them, but that's exactly what it is. But I definitely, out of the remaining 27 visits, I want to see some tight end visits, and I definitely want to see some O-line visits. And I heard that Spencer Fano is pending a visit, but we already know Fano's arms is too short to be a left tackle. Offer him a visit. 9 times out of 10, they're going to interview him as an interior guard because his arm length is 32, and I think the standard is 33 inches. So we shall see. And guess what, Vestas? That's it. I did all that in 1 hour. In 1 hour. Okay, right? Thank you, Diane. That's definitely first round numbers. Ooh! Hey, guess what? The Cleveland Browns are expected to restructure Denzel Ward's contract in March 2026 to create approximately $15 million immediate salary cap space for the 2026 season. This move follows a similar restructure of This move follows a similar restructure of Deshaun Watson's contract and is designed to provide ample flexibility for free agency. This is not a pay cut, but rather converts base pay salary into a bonus to spread the cap hit over the remaining years. So hold on, you mean to tell me that Stefon Diggs, he didn't want to restructure his contract, which is not a pay cut, but rather converts base pay salary into a bonus that spreads the cap hit over the remaining. So Stefon Diggs lost his job because he didn't want to. It's not a pay cut. What? But rather converts the. Now I see why Mr. Samuel said that it was ego and pride in terms of Stefon Diggs walking away from his job, basically. Good gracious. So that is confirmed. That is confirmed. Okay, so hold on. Oh, Vestas and viewers. Whoever brought that in the chat, thank you. But guess what? You know what? Hold on. Were you talking about Deshaun Watson or Denzel Ward? Because both of them got the same initial. So I thought you was talking about this. Based off this article here from ESPN, it seems like Watson has also, and it is confirmed, has agreed to restructure the contract for quarterback Deshaun Watson. Hey, we got something going on this year in Cleveland. Look at Deshaun Watson. He took my advice. Tony Talks vested up. I'm gonna take credit for that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Deshaun Watson took my advice. Browns rework Watson contract to lower NFL high cap limit. The Cleveland Browns once again restructuring the contract for quarterback Deshaun Watson. League sources confirmed to ESPN on Friday. That's today. Didn't I say we was going to have a huddle on the 50-yard line tonight? What? A move that frees close to... Vestas. Hold on, Vestas. Hold on, Vestas. Vestas. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I want to put a picture of Deshaun Watson up here because y'all are not going to believe. Y'all are not going to believe what I'm about to read next. Hold on. Let me just grab a picture of this young man. Y'all are not going to believe what I'm about to say. Oh, Watson. Hold on, Watson. Hold on. Let me drag this picture down. Hold on. Let me drag this picture down. We're over here. Tony Talks vested up. We're doing something, Vestas. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and give him the entire screen. Hold on, Vestas. Vestas, guess what? Tony, you on 10 Hold on. Let me catch up. Vestas. Y'all not about to believe what I'm about to. Hey, Vestas. 48 hours ago. I said it. Vestas. No, we did this as a community. We did this. You feed off my energy and I feed off yours. I am not doing this alone. But Vestas, this next sentence is about to blow your mind, okay? Hold on, Deshaun Watson. Take about to listen, let me tell you one thing. Come on, Tony. Listen. All right. Now, I just repeated myself about 2 minutes ago. And I repeated what I said about 48 hours ago. Didn't I say if Deshaun Watson say just give up 30 million, that'll still leave him 50 million if he wanted to be a team player? I know y'all heard that right. So guess how much Deshaun Watson gave up in order in restructuring his contract. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Okay, here we go. The Cleveland Browns are once again restructuring the contract of quarterback Deshaun Watson. And I'm definitely going to change this thumbnail. League sources confirmed to ESPN on Friday a move that clears close to $36 million in cap space and makes the team cap compliant of the new league year. Vestas. Deshaun Watson has gained so much respect. Remember, the Cleveland Browns was over 19.5 million to 25 million. That means Deshaun Watson, as it states, did not take a pay cut. He just took that money that freed up $36 million and they just going to spread it across for the upcoming year as bonuses. That means Deshaun Watson, out of good faith, have basically that salary cap that he was over undropped it or made the Cleveland Browns in cap compliance. Oh my gosh. Now I wonder, that same Cleveland media that was talking about Deshaun Watson and him getting that 4-year or 5-year deal for $230 million, how they was talking and dogging out Deshaun Watson. Y'all knocked out of DeShaun Watson all of these years, all of these different videos they've done since we've been following Shedeur Sanders, and they just dogged out Deshaun Watson. Now I wonder what they're going to say about this young man now that has basically put the Cleveland Browns in compliance in terms of the salary. So going into, and this is what I found out, the new season of the NFL does not start, let's say, at the draft or in May. It actually starts on the 16th. I think it's the 16th. Yeah, the 16th of March. I'm getting too excited. So let me start this again. The beginning of the 2026 season actually starts on March the 16th. So that means that Deshaun Watson, he basically says that, hey, I take that. I know what you've done for me, Cleveland. I know that, hey, even though it's a contract, I got everything that I needed, more and abundant. You gave me my money in good faith. Guess what? I'm going to give something back to you, because guess what? Even if Shedeur Sanders is hurt or whatever, Deshaun Watson is the next quarterback to go in, right? So he's going to need that same protection. Do you know what this has done for the Cleveland Browns? This has basically freed up the money that they need to get all of the O-line players that they need this year. Deshaun Watson has basically sacrificed $36 million that he would have got in this year just to put that O-line out there for Shedeur Sanders himself and whoever the QB3. Gosh, you just can't make this up. He's cleared it for the Cleveland Browns. Now I'm going back to that channel and I'm going to sit right there and I'm going to be in the comments, as long as they don't block me, and say, what you going to say about Deshaun Watson now? Because he's basically cleared the bank for the Cleveland Browns to go out there and get all the weapons that they need. You hear what I'm saying? Oh, look, I don't even know where. Look. Yes. Go ahead, Deshaun Watson. Calling Shedeur franchise quarterback. Listen, Havana 5448. I don't even know where you get talking from. We haven't even discussed Shedeur Sanders being a quarterback. I don't even know where you come in here with that. What? Hey, welcome. I don't even know. Do y'all really just pop in people's lives just to come up with these crazy narratives? Nobody has not this. What I've been on live for 1 hour, 12 minutes. Wow. 1 hour and 12 minutes, Vestas. There go that number 12 popped up. And somebody came in here and said that Shedeur Sanders, as a franchise quarterback, a masseuse therapist, is saying, "Oh, that's so wrong." You know what? That's so wrong. That's wrong. Okay, that's wrong. But please, also in your next comment in the chat should be that DeShaun Watson was also found not guilty. So make sure you go ahead and follow up with your second comment, please, Havana 5448, because he was found not guilty. Okay. So God is good. God is good. God is good. Told you we talk about God, faith, and football over here. This was a great move. Yes. Yes, Donna C. Woo! Hats off. Yes, and kisses to DeShaun Watson. Wow. Hold on. Let me go ahead and see what time that article came out. DeShaun Watson, the one that all the media pundits. And guess what, y'all? I'm going to stop calling them pundits because I actually looked up the word pundit. And that it kind of is a synonymous to an expert. And I don't see none of them as an expert in my eyes in terms of football. So I'm just going to go ahead and call them a talking head, especially on that 4-letter show. And I definitely to see Monday. I'm going to be right there on Monday. If I'm not on travel, DeShaun Washington cleared the budget for the Cleveland Browns. What y'all going to say about the young man now? Because they was destroying DeShaun Watson, just talking all crazy about it. Let me keep going. Go ahead, DeShaun Watson. Yes. Let's see here. Johnny Manziel is more excited than Shedeur. You know that ain't true. You know that ain't true. You know how I know that, Havana 5448? Because you came in here. You came in here with Shedeur Sanders being on the thumbnail. You came in here. I didn't see Johnny Manziel on the thumbnail. You came in here knowing that we was talking about Shedeur Sanders. So you know, and you came in at the right minute. 1 hour and 12, the number 12. You came in here at the right time, or you decided to say something at the right time. But I'm glad I saw your comment at the right time. You already know Shedeur Sanders is it. You already know. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. You are a new Shedeur Sanders supporter. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. All right, Lord knows we need that O-line. Yes, and we got the money now. Now listen, Andrew Barry had already said, "Oh my gosh." Oh, they probably sweetened the pot up. Also probably gave him an extension because guess what? Since he restructured the contract, hey, Vestas, let's go. Hey, let's talk about it. So that means that DeShaun Watson, before this move, he only had one more year in the NFL with the Cleveland Browns, right? But since they have restructured his contract, that means that DeShaun Watson, if my mind is working right tonight, that means actually he has at least about 2 or 3 more years with the Cleveland Browns. Because they restructured the contract. It's not a pay cut. And that base salary has just been divided as a bonus. I want more information. Hold on, Vestas. I got to get more information. Let me go ahead and get through these comments. God is moving in Shedeur Sanders' favor. Ryo, ain't nobody paying you attention. Please go home. We talk about football and everything else. We go deep, okay? Shedeur Sanders is truly anointed. That's what I'm talking about. Because I said Shedeur has a first-round passing. He did. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. I don't even think Carson Beck threw for Mendoza didn't even throw for those yards in 1 year. Go ahead with that negative BS. We don't. Hey, if you're not guilty, then why settle? Hey, because that was his choice. Just like Stefon did. I don't know if he strangled the lady or not. I don't know. Without evidence, without actual proof that something happened in that kitchen, is his word against her word. And if somebody goes ahead and advise, if Stefon Diggs' lawyers go ahead and advise him to settle out of court just to get this out the way, so another team can give him more money if he don't want to go back to the Patriots, if another team has another big bag for him, settle out of court. Just be done with it. Just be done with it. And guess what? In order for him to successfully settle out of court means that the complainants had to agree. So let's put that out there. Because he couldn't settle out of court without them agreeing to the amount. I don't know if it was disclosed or undisclosed. But in order for any lawsuit or defendant to settle, the other party has to agree. So if they say, yeah, this amount of money has made me whole, it is what it is. That's the law. Manzi's a cokehead. Who cares? W12. Rod, take that negative to somewhere. Where when they start getting disrespectful, that's something totally different. But God damn. Shedeur said, Kent State, man, get out of here. Now, see, I know he just wants some attention. He don't even know that. He or she, they even know that's not true. So we're going to keep pushing out. W12. Yes, he has a heart and he has SHH to be quarterback 1. I'm so proud of him. Yes, W12. That's good. Make them subscribe. It's sad you would subscribe to talk bad about. I'm trying to tell you. Look, they know Shedeur Sanders is it. They know Shedeur Sanders is that SHIT. They know that. That's why they hate him but can't stop watching. Okay, Amber, and some even donate just to see the. Come on, I told you y'all, it's a mental illness. I told you. Amber Love, they life must be miserable. Right, address him as a pro. Come on with it. Yes, address Shedeur Sanders as that Pro Bowler. Come on, Havana 5448. Make sure we talk about and that other 4-letter show. They gotta put Pro Bowler on there, and he actually played. Come on now, he actually played. I think his stats was 15 out of 18 for 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. That was not really on him. So they gotta put a Pro Bowler on it. That's what I'm talking about, Amber. Come on. Shedeur was awarded. Yes, they'll never talk about that, Faith. They'll never bring that up. And if Shedeur Sanders was 3rd round, QB3 at Kent State, then Kent State's first time of ending the Johnny Unanimous Golden Arm Award. Okay, so let's talk about what it is. Come on, W12. See, I don't play with Shedeur Sanders at all. Hey, none of us do. Y'all Pro Bowler. Shedeur Sanders, yay, Pro Bowler. Hey, how you doing? Simply as Sarah 54. I never seen you before. Oh, yes, yeah, because you're a new subscriber. That's right. Thank you so much for popping in one of these lives. I was never DeShaun Watson hater. It seemed he was always helpful to 12. Yeah, he definitely was helpful to 12. After Shedeur Sanders started playing football, DeShaun Watson became an internal mentor to Shedeur Sanders. So I'm gonna give him credit to that. But after this right here, this news that just came out, I'm definitely going to give him a whole lot of respect. We are going to give them the Shedeur Sanders treatment. Yeah, Faith, I love that. Sure did. Donna, see, I'm sure. Yes, you have. Okay, yeah, Simply Sarah. So thank you. But Bastards, hold on. I want to read another article. DeShaun Watson did this thing on March the 6th, 2026. DeShaun Watson and Denzel Ward, we got to give him credit too. So really, I think the Cleveland Browns, if DeShaun Watson has restructured his contract, reallocating $36 million to the Browns, DeShaun Ward has allocated another $15 million to the Browns. So that Browns actually got another $20 million. They're $20 million under the cap. Ooh. Oh, Vastas. DeShaun Watson, $36 million, reallocated. Denzel Ward, $15 million, reallocated. Altogether, that's about $51 million. Oh, they got extra money on the boy. Okay, and Myles Garrett doesn't play about Shedeur Sanders. He does not. Myles and Njoku seem to be. Let me slow down. Myles and Njoku seems like they provided a lot of more support, and they did. That's why I think we cannot negate the fact that with DeShaun Watson giving back $36 million and Denzel Ward giving back $15 million, the Cleveland Browns actually has an extra $25 million or $20 million on the table to actually get more players this year. So we shall see. Good gracious. Whoo, Vastas. This has been some good. Oh, hold on. Get this article. Then I'm gonna let y'all go there. Okay, so this is official. I didn't just Google that question. This is coming from ESPN. So this is official. March the 6th, 2026 at 3:20. Sources. This is ESPN. Sources. The Brown reworked. Okay, I already read this right here. So just going out a little further. Watson, who did not play in 2025 as he rehabbed an Achilles tear from 2024 season, was set to have an $88.7 million cap hit in 2026, the largest in the NFL. Watson, 30, is owed a fully guaranteed $46 million salary in 2020. Let's go back to that. Remember when Mr. Samuel had said anything over guaranteed, the team really can do away with you, right? So DeShaun Watson probably saw the writing on the wall. Oh, let me move. Okay, so Vestas. So remember what Samuel had said. Anything over guarantee, get your guaranteed money. The team actually can do away with you, just like they did with Stefon Diggs. He had got all of that $20 million guarantee money we was talking about before. I thought he was going to get that on the back end. No, it seemed like he must have already gotten that $20 million guarantee. Well, if DeShaun Watson was owed $80.6 million this year, once he got his 46, that means that the team could have cut ties with DeShaun Watson before even the first game. So really, he saved his job. Like, what's his name? Stefon Diggs should have saved his job, because his guaranteed money this year was only 46. Either which way, the Cleveland Browns, if they would have went ahead and paid DeShaun Watson that $46 million, they could have said, okay, DeShaun Watson, your release date is also on March the 11th, and they was going to take the remaining money anyway, Vestas. Do you see what I'm saying? So he was very smart. So instead of doing that, he saw the writing on the wall. This was his last year. So he said, you know what? I'll go ahead and restructure. That means that I'll probably be with the Cleveland Browns at least 1 or 2 or maybe 3 more years, depending on how his restructure contract details come out. So really, he said if DeShaun Watson left the Cleveland Browns and no other team picked him up, he wasn't going to play in the NFL no more. Now, because he's shown this in good faith, he's actually going to be in the league about, let's say, 1, 2, 3 more years. So DeShaun Watson, you know why? His wife was talking to him. His wife was talking to him. This seemed like somebody behind the scenes was saying, hey, this is how you need to do it. This is what this means. You know, he just recently got married to, hey, amen, amen. Excited, I'm trying to focus, y'all. I'm so sorry. So he originally signed a 5-year deal worth a fully guaranteed $230 million deal upon being traded to the Cleveland Browns before the 2026 season. No. Yeah, it's just going down. So yeah, this is confirmed, y'all. This is confirmed. All right, so let's see here. Sure did. Come on, Amber. Myles Garrett. Yep. Okay. Provided. Let's see here. And y'all ever see Jerry Jeudy's Jerry Jeudy? I would like to see him back too, but he's injury prone and he's older, so he may come back as free agency for 1 year. But we got an extra $25 million on the table. It's probably just to go to O-line and younger tight ends. He was trying to say something after the last game, talking about he knows something hilarious. Amber, we got our eyes on him because he could ride the bench. Yes, Donna. And beloved, this is the new Cleveland. Lord, please forgive us, deliver us from the trade for him. They ain't gonna touch him. What quarterback? Now, do you know before they even offer a trade, they're gonna go to the quarterback and say, hey, would you want to play with Jerry Jeudy? What quarterback besides Dylan Gabriel is gonna say, I'm willing to play with Jerry Jeudy? And Dylan Gabriel does not have, he doesn't even have a say so, basically. New Cleveland. I don't care about Jeudy. He needs to go to Atlanta with his favorite. Yeah, now that's a package deal I'm waiting to happen. Y'all are cutting up. They could let him go in June. Well, that is true. So we shall see. Now, I'm hearing that Jerry Jeudy is what? If it comes out that Jerry Jeudy is going to restructure his last year, that means he don't want to go nowhere because he already know the writings on the wall. Nobody wants to play with Jerry Jeudy. So if Jerry Jeudy say, yeah, I'll restructure my contract too, because he's bound to get about, I think is it 26 or 46 this year? Now, if it's 46, he maybe say, yeah, I'll restructure my contract because he only got 1 more year with the Cleveland Browns and no other team want to touch him. So I don't want to say it, but y'all see what I don't want to say. Yeah, so if Jerry, I posted this under the picture of, hold on, let me see. I posted this under the picture of Jude. Yeah, I'm watching you, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry, you know we still watching him. He crazy. I completely agree. Guard part of the Red Sea. He can do anything. Yes, he can. And he, through DeShaun Watson's wife, I'm going to give all credit to that young lady, the beautiful bride, to his wife. Somebody got some common sense over there, because if not, DeShaun Watson was going to be out the door after he got his guaranteed money. I want to play that clip. I want to play that clip one more time. When they said, hey, once a player get his guaranteed money, the team can do whatever they want to do. Wow. This has been an excellent show tonight. I want to play this clip after the guaranteed money.
The day when players in Stefon Diggs' position get released, it comes down to the money. Follow the money. Everybody knows that. Follow the money. You got to follow the money.
I was even surprised at the beginning of the season when they gave him that contract coming out with the tour ACL. I mean, he older, and they gave him like a lot of money up front. I'm like surprised by that. Well, I guess they cut the ties loose, get some of that back.
Yeah, some of those contracts they seem they're misrepresented to the average fans and people who haven't been in the NFL. It might be a 2-3 year contract on paper, but it's really a 1 year deal. You know, when the guarantees are gone, the players' roster spot is pretty much.
So that means even though, and you just heard what he said, DeShaun Watson was only guaranteed $46 million a year. I'm going to stress it again. He was only guaranteed $46 million this year instead of 80.6. And once he got, the Cleveland Browns could have said, you know what, hey, if we go ahead and cut him, guess what? This is automatically going to free up. Y'all, guess what? DeShaun Watson and his wife already did the math. They say, hey, I'm only guaranteed anyway 46. The amount that's not guaranteed this year is 35. That's exactly what DeShaun Watson gave back to the Cleveland Browns to save his job. That's when I did the calculations, 80.6 minus 46 he was guaranteed left 34.6 million. That's all DeShaun Watson did, y'all. I just did the math. All he did was give back the part that was not guaranteed because the Cleveland Browns had already talked to him and say, hey, guess what? We only guarantee you 46. So either you can have a job next year or we're going to cut you anyway. What you want to do? What the fuck? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Hey, we doing the math over here. That's insane. Yeah, Amber. Hey, I love for y'all to have fun in the chat. Trust me. What did she say? What did Amber say? Oh, I'm watching you, Jerry. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. Yes, Donna, we have fun. Yeah, and talk sports. Hell, yeah, let's talk and have fun. But DeShaun's wife already said, hey, DeShaun, what's going on with the contract? Oh, this is how that conversation went. DeShaun, they said what? They said what again? Okay, so hold on. If you don't agree to the reconstruction like Stefon Diggs, they're gonna let you go? Really? Okay, but you're guaranteed 46? Uh-huh. Okay, so if you're guaranteed 46, we get that, right? Uh-huh. But if you give back the other part that's not guaranteed, you may even get an extension. Oh no, baby, go ahead and do that right now. No, baby. You may have another 1 or 2 years after that. And guess what? Other teams may be looking at you because Shedeur Sanders is the future for the Cleveland Browns. Oh yeah, no, baby. Go ahead and give that money back. We're gonna go ahead and get this $46 million, and then you're gonna go out there and get some stats, improve your stats, show people you still can play. So next year or the year after that, they could go ahead and you could be a franchise quarterback on another team. Okay, baby, yeah, call me back. I have dinner waiting. That's all that happened. Amber, I need this week. This is a mental break. Yeah. DeShaun Watson's wife did that today. And free agency now is definitely about to heat up for the Cleveland Browns. And they reported that on ESPN Investors. So there it is. Amber, I got emotional about, oh, wow. Yeah. I need to see if they have put if they released his arrangement dates, his homecoming date out there. I need to see if his queen is speaking facts. Yeah, Faith. Yeah. Oh, that's an easy discussion to have. 46, you may not get picked up no more, but if you give back the 36, you got 2 more years in the league. Oh, okay. And it's not really a pay cut. We're just going to get that up, divided up in base. Oh, yeah, that's easy. Let's see right here. Let's get an update on Ponder. Oh my gosh, they're showing the road. They've actually put out his crash site, Vestas. Why did they put out the crash site? Oh, Vestas. Just knowing that young man hit a light pole and flipped, and he was pronounced on the scene. An hour ago, Deion Sanders in Colorado still mourning the loss of Buff Dominique Ponder, Buff's quarterback, Dominique Ponder. The Colorado coach spoke with the media Friday for the first time since the death of 23-year-old Buffalo quarterback who was involved in a fatal car crash early Sunday morning in Boulder, and several days later, Sanders struggles. Don't do that. To make sense of the tragedy that has shaken his program in the first week of spring practice. This is Deion Sanders' words. It is my understanding as a father that when we send our kids to college, we send our kids to college mature, progress, learn who he or she is, and come back with something that they glee from their colleges, whether it's a degree, an opportunity to be a professional, or just maturation. Sanders said. Maturation, Sanders says. We don't send our kid to college not to come back. And that's the most painful thing that I'm dealing with. Okay, here's the memorial service information. CU will host a memorial service for Ponder on Saturday, tomorrow at noon in Glenn Miller Ballroom, located inside the University Memorial Center on campus. This event is open to the public with doors opening at 11:30 a.m., but space is so limited that there will be a live stream for those who cannot attend. So there will be a live stream for Ponder's memorial service tomorrow at 12 o'clock. So if it's 12 o'clock here, if it's 12 o'clock here in Georgia, that I think in Boulder is an hour or 2 hours behind. So you may have to based off your time zone. I think Colorado is 2 hours behind. So that'll be, oh no, I'm so sorry, y'all Vestas. I'm so sorry. So if it's 12 o'clock there, that means it's 2 o'clock here in Georgia. So there it is. The Buffs are going to wear a patch on their jersey this season, honoring Ponder, with several players mentioning this week that the team is dedicating this season to their late teammate. This is just a walk-on kid that was a bona fide leader who ran our quarterback up until his passing. Coach Prime said, we love him and we're going to appreciate him and we're going to focus on the positive things that he brought us. Wow. He was one of the favorites. I love him. So y'all, that's what Coach Prime had said about Ponder. That's what he said. Just something about a funeral. It actually hit home. How's Coach Prime doing? Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's going to speak tomorrow. I'm going to watch it, Vestas. I'm going to watch it. Yes, after I saw the car, it was chilled. I was just asking. I don't want to see it. As the patch made, yeah. So live stream tomorrow, 12 o'clock. I guess that's Central Time, 2 o'clock on the East Coast. And that's Vestas. So it is tomorrow. So Vestas, there it is. We've had a very good show. And it ended excitingly. I didn't know that information was going to come out, but there it is, Vestas. So, I'll try to come back Sunday for a quick hour just to catch up to see if any news. Now, listen, if any news come out tomorrow regarding any type of free agents, I'll definitely come live. Sunday, I'm going to come live for about 30 to 45 minutes just to get ready for Monday. And we'll see what information hits the streets, okay, this weekend. But we shall see. Because the NFL don't sleep. And you know the media don't sleep. I will watch and support the CP. Yeah, that's what I'm going to watch too. Yeah, I'm good. I'm better. I'm definitely good. I'm good. After I put my my short out there saying the Psalms 23 for Ponder, I felt better after that. But that live, I have not even went back and watched that live. That's one video I do not want to go back and watch, and that was myself. Nah, I don't want to go back and watch that live. If I wasn't a CU auntie, I would probably even remove that live, but I'm not going to do that. But I personally cannot even go back and watch myself trying to give commentary on that. That thing moved me like that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Donna C. Thank you so much, Donna C. All right, Vestus, I'm going to give you another 30 seconds. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and close out the show. And I really appreciate it, girl. We listen, men and women Vestus, we had a time over here tonight. Oh, we had a time over here tonight. We had a time over here tonight. Outro. Let me change out this outro video. But yeah, Vestus. We're doing it, Vestus. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, Vestus. Get it, 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 Vestus. I want to become hey, that's how you come and see you auntie. Come and see you auntie. Just as of now, you are declared a CU auntie over here. Automatically, you'll see you auntie. Lady of elegance. CU auntie. Great show. Thank you, Vestus. You automatically a CU auntie. You will see you auntie now. Wow. Okay, that was a good verse. Yes. All right, Vestus. Until next time, make sure you get your notes, your drink, and your vest. Because we did tonight. We did tonight on that 50-yard line tonight. Woo! Ooh! Oh, let's see what the media is gonna. Let's see if the watch now, because they say he was getting paid all that money and didn't deserve it. Let's see what they're gonna say about that. But I know what his wife is saying. You did a good job, baby. You did a good job.